Hey everyone, welcome back to Day in Brilandia. My name is Brianna, and if you've been following me on my Instagram, you know that fitness is a pretty big part of my lifestyle, and it's something that I'm really passionate about. I kind of want to change the way the world views fitness. I want them to see it from the legit, actual science side of things, and not just based on this quick fix is gonna help you lose 20 pounds in 2 days, but you're gonna have high blood pressure, heart attack, stroke, you name it, but it'll be okay because you'll look good doing it. It's not something I think that's the way a lot of diet culture teaches us, and it's not healthy. Diet culture itself is not healthy, and I want us to learn to wake up, realize what everything going on in the diet culture world is a bunch of BS. So, by the way, that's my initials. Isn't that a fun initials to have, so that way when you're filling out important documents you can just BS it all? It's a fun initials to have. Anyways, so to see where I'm coming from, I think it's important for you to see my fitness journey and how it kind of all got started. Now, it kind of got started throughout high school with some of the classes I took that helped me learn a little bit more about the human body and the way medicine works in the human body, because I took a biomed class as well as a medical related careers class, and so I kind of got introduced to it that way. But we're going to skip ahead instead of going more in depth into that class, because I don't want this video to take too long of your time. We're going to go ahead and skip along to after high school. I was going through a tough time in my life, and I was also working at a vet's office. This vet's office had dog boarding, they had doggy daycare, they had grooming, as well as a full-on veterinarian hospital. So they had a lot going on, and I was involved in every part of it, as well as being a boarding manager. So I had a lot on my plate to do, along with all the stressful things that I was going through in my life at that time. So I decided to take a break, a week-long vacation, and I went and I had fun with my friends. We went to amusement parks, we did lunches, we did all sorts of things, and I just took time to have my friends be by my side and love on me and just have fun, because that's what I needed the most at that point in time in my life. And so during that time, though, we went hiking, and I ended up getting covered in ticks on me. I stopped counting at 80, and I had more than that, so I had probably well over 100 ticks on my body. And I went to the doctor. She's like, there's no way you don't have Lyme disease, so we're going to treat you for this. And the medicine you take is going to be a strong one, but you got to get through it. So I took it, and I had started this at 140, and this wasn't like a healthy fit 140. I'm 5'8", keep in mind. So 140 is probably like a fairly okay weight range for that height, but I wasn't a healthy fit 140. It was more of the lazy 140. So I wasn't very active other than my job. So, keep that in mind. And I didn't eat very well either. So also keep that in mind. And I went to 120 pounds in just a month from taking this medicine, because this medicine made me so nauseous and so sick feeling all the time that it was just so hard to eat. And if I did eat, I'd probably throw it up. And so it was a really hard thing for me to get through, and I lost so much weight doing that. And so I went down to 120. Around this time, I met my husband, and he only had started knowing me when I was at my skinniest, at that 120 weight. And he is this buff Marine that the first day I met him, I just remember that his shirt, the way it cut on his arm, it made his muscles pop out more on his shirt. and it was tight enough that you could tell that he had a six-pack, and you could see like the muscle definition in his back, and it was the color of blue of his eyes, and it was just like, wow, he's in great shape, he looks amazing. And then after getting to know him, and that he really did like working out a lot, and he liked running marathons and things like this, and here I am, before it was like super kind of out of shape, didn't really like doing any exercise, and now I'm 120. I look like I'm in shape because he only met me at the 120, and I'm skinny and lean, but I'm not healthy. And so I was like, is it gonna be okay if I gain weight? Like, are you gonna be okay with that? Because we were starting to get serious. This actually went very fast. We got serious really fast. We got married like 4 months later, so that's how fast. Anyways, so I was like, are you gonna be okay if I gain weight? Because after I get off this medicine, chances are I'm gonna gain some weight back, because right now I'm hardly able to eat anything because of this, and if I do, I throw it up. And once I get off this medicine, I'm gonna want that ice cream, and I'm gonna want that cheese pizza, and I'm gonna want to eat. And he was like, yes, I will still love you. He's like, the only way I couldn't love you is if you gain 700 pounds afterwards. And at first I was like, you jerk. But then he explained to me, he's like, because if you get to that 700 pound mark, that means you've stopped loving yourself, and you've stopped caring about yourself, which means you've stopped caring about me. And I need a wife who's going to care for me and be there for me, and, you know, be that woman in my life. And if you're not taking care of yourself, how are you going to be that woman in my life? And I was like, okay, that's actually a really good answer, and that makes sense. So that's how that kind of happened there. But I didn't actually gain that much weight back after I got off the medicine, and it's really weird, honestly. Even looking back on it, I was like, I don't know how I didn't gain some of that weight back. But I still stayed around the 120 mark, maybe because I was trying to get more active, because I wanted to keep up with him, because he was in such great shape. He still is in really great shape too, but he doesn't have as much time to dedicate to it now as he does then. So, you know. But anyway, we got married. We moved to California. We moved to the middle of the Mojave Desert in California, and so there really wasn't much to do. So I got introduced to Insanity through a lady I was babysitting for. She was doing it, although her husband brought up that the nutrition program on there is just nowhere near enough food for what you're doing, and then plus like your day-to-day life stuff. And so I just did the exercises, and I did my own nutrition thing of what I thought was healthy. And I started seeing results. But keep in mind, I'm also going from the blank canvas of a 120-pound female in a 5'8" female body that, you know, pretty much anything you do at that point, you're gonna start seeing results. Like, I could have just gone for a walk every day and I would have seen some results, because that's like the blank canvas. Like, that would be a perfect starting point to be able, like, you're gonna see such great results no matter what you do at that weight. Even though, that, just to clarify, that's not a healthy weight at all for somebody who's 5'8". And so, yeah, I started doing that, and then I found a P90X. I started doing that as well, and I got them from like yard sale websites like buku.com, and that's how I found these websites, or found these programs, and I started doing them. I was having fun doing them. I thought the exercises were great, and then I got pregnant. We actually found out I was pregnant 2 days before my husband deployed, and that's right there in itself is scary, but I made it through. It was actually a fairly easy pregnancy, and yeah. Then obviously you gain weight when you're pregnant, right? So I went from 120 to 170, and then postpartum I went back to the Insanity and the P90X right away, although I didn't stay on it very long because we had moved to a new state, and this new area had a brand new LA Fitness that we decided to join, and my husband was getting out of active duty Marine Corps. And yeah, so we started doing this gym. And with this gym membership, you get 2 free days of personal training. And I took it because I was like, that's awesome. I want 2 free days of personal training. And I learned so much from this guy. This guy had so much knowledge about how muscles work. He explained to me how the muscle fibers break apart, and like he explained to me all this kind of stuff, which I will cover further in depth into another video, because after learning all this, I ended up doing more research later on. So just keep watching. Anyways, so he explained to me all this information and stuff, and he talked to me about my goals. Like, I wanted to be like that lean and fit, but I also still wanted to have a little bit of squish. Like, you know, I wanted to be that juicy, lean, fit type of look. And so he's like, okay, so I think your goal is going to be 160 for your weight. And I was like, no, you're wrong, because I was 120 and I was leaner than lean, and I still wasn't getting the results I wanted. And he goes, yeah, because you didn't have enough weight on you to get those results. And I was like, wait a minute, you mean I didn't have to get to less? Because all these programs that I'm doing say you have to dig a little deeper, and you're not trying hard enough if you're not getting the results you want, and you have to get results you want through the weight loss. And I was just like, wait, what? And he's like, no, that's not how it works. You have to do it like da 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 da, and make sure you're having these rest days, and make sure you're eating enough food to build the muscle that you want. And like, he's just explaining this to me, and I'm just like, and I learned so much through those two days of personal training. Although he was like 170, like the price to afford him was like $170 a month or something, and we were just brand new. We were looking for a house, and we're like, yeah, can't do that. Although I really wanted to, because I was like, come on, he's awesome, he knows what he's talking about. And even the workout he put me through, like, whew, it was intense. I learned a lot just in those workouts, and I still apply some of those workouts today because they were awesome and they worked. Anyways, but then we ended up moving because we found a house that we wanted to live in, and we moved into, which is the beautiful staircase you see today as part of this house. And we moved to this area, and at the time I didn't realize there was a gym not too far away from us. And so I didn't realize there was a gym. It's a really small town, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to find a good gym like that LA Fitness. And then I was even like trying to convince my husband that it's worth it to keep our membership, so that way I can drive an hour away in order to go to LA Fitness, because it's the best gym ever. And I still think so, because it was brand new, everything was brand new, and it had a sparkly clean pool, and it was awesome. But no, so instead I decided to become a Beachbody coach. I know, guys, I know it was a mistake. It's okay, you can make mistakes, but at least I learned it was a mistake, and I didn't do it for very long, because I learned it very quickly that this is not for me. Anyways, so I became a Beachbody coach, and I was like, I really like the exercise programs. They were great. I want to keep doing them. And I might as well get paid to tell people about that I really like doing these workouts, right? And that way I'm helping other people get fit too, because that's something I really want to do. I want to encourage people to get fit and healthy. And then you start getting the pressure from the people that are higher up than you that you need to start making sales more, and you need to start getting people on the monthly flow, because they have it where you can get Shakeology. You can sign up for it to be sent to you monthly, or you can just get it like a one at a time type thing. And you need to get people signed up for 21-day fix, and you need to, like, all these things that you need to do. And I never wanted to promote 21-day fix, because everything I learned from my biomed class was like, that is not the way that you should treat nutrition. And so I was like, that's something I never will promote. Okay, let me go ahead and try Shakeology, because if I try it, then I can start promoting it, and I can get other people to want to drink it and live this superfood natural lifestyle, and it'll be awesome, and everybody will be healthy and fit and amazing, right? Wrong. This actually suppressed my appetite so much that even looking at an apple made me nauseous. And I know everybody has different results when drinking it. This is just what happened to me. And even my husband had to point it out. He's like, you really haven't eaten anything. You need to start eating more food because you're not eating. He's like, you're just taking that stupid shake and you're not eating. And by the way, he wasn't for this to begin with. And sorry if you hear an airplane. But yeah, he wasn't really for it to begin with, but he was just like, whatever, it's your choice. And so I did it, and I was like, okay, so that's not working for me, so I can't promote that. And then I don't even like the nutrition programs that come along with the exercises, so how am I really making this company look good and making my own business like seriously? Come on, guys. Anyway, so I'm like, none of this is good. And even the exercises you can find on YouTube nowadays, like, come on, why am I doing this? This is stupid for me to do. I'm wasting money because every month to be a coach that apparently you get training in, but the training is more how to target people into buying things that you want them to buy. You're not actually trained on anything health and fitness. You can be that 700-pound person that doesn't care about themselves. You could be catfishing people into making it look like you're a fit, lean, mean fighting machine that's going to get your friends in the best shape possible. And you can be making millions and still be that 700-pound person and do Beachbody just the way that it works. It's so easy to scam people into this kind of thing. And so once this all became clear to me and I started seeing all these red flags from what I learned back in high school, I was like, hold up, I need to go about this a different way. If I truly want to help people, I need to truly educate myself. And at the time we just bought a house, so obviously I don't have the money to go to college again, and at least not at the time. And I had a baby that she was about 2 at the time now, I think, she was 1 or 2 when I started doing this. And I'm like, I have a baby to take care of. I can't go to college. And like online classes, I don't know. I suck at testing. Like, what am I going to do? So I researched all these classes that you could take. I found the books that you would get to take these classes. They're at your local library. You go and you study these books that you learn from these classes. And I'm not saying this is better than actually going and getting a degree, because it's not. You need to go get a degree if you're going to be teaching in this field. You really do. But I was like, I want to learn more. So I went and I studied my butt off. I got book after book. I've read book after book multiple times, and I'm not a reader. If you've seen my English video for homeschooling, you know that reading is it's not fun for me. And so, but I found this, like, I was so passionate about this, and the more that I learned, the more I realized how everything is just so screwed up. And people keep saying, like, oh, I believe in science, but yet here they're doing all these stupid, like, 31-day fix things and keto diets. And it's like, if you really believed in science, you would wake up and open your eyes and realize that the diet culture is just feeding you a bunch of crap. And so it kind of just made me realize all this stuff and realize that everything I was doing wrong. I was even way under eating what I should be doing, because at this time we also ended up finding that the gym is really close by, and we joined a membership, and I was doing all these exercises and I wasn't getting results. But it's just because I wasn't eating enough food, because I was probably eating at like 1,500 calories. By the way, guys, I'm now eating at 2,500 calories, and sometimes, yes, it's hard to get to that every day, but like that's kind of my maintenance level, is the 2,500 mark. And like, even when I was breastfeeding, I was eating up near 3,000 calories. And like, just because of how active I'm in the gym, like, I've learned that I need to be just as active in my nutrition as well. And so it just kind of all stuck to me, or like, it shocked me. It was mind-blowing, and it just made me realize how screwed up everything is. And I want to do my part into helping women see that this is a really screwed up life, because People are more set on getting their aesthetics in order and they want their body to be Amazon Prime. They want to look good in a short amount of time. They don't want to do what it takes to be healthy and to be at their most optimal level. Because, by the way, guys, healthy is not just based on how you look. Healthy is you performing at your most optimal level. That's healthy. And yeah, and so I started doing a lot of what that personal trainer taught me along with what I was learning. And by the way, guys, my results were phenomenal. I went from the 170 to 150, and when I got married at that 120 weight frame, I was a size 6. When I was 150, I was a size 2. And so that just goes to show you that weight isn't everything either, because there's so much more that goes into your weight than just fat. There's your muscles, there's your organs, there's your water weight, there's the food that you just ate. Like, there's so much that goes into weight than just fat. And I didn't realize that. I don't know why I didn't realize it. It's kind of obvious now that when you think about it, but I didn't. And so I was so focused on trying to get back to that 120, and it wasn't what my body needed. And so now I feel like my body is at its healthiest. Even just like go ask my doctor. My doctor's like, wow, you have amazing blood pressure, whenever everybody else in my family has high blood pressure. And it's just those things, like, I want my body to perform at its most optimal level, and I'm not going to deprive it in order to get a certain look. So it may take longer, and yes, you can work on your aesthetics as well as your health. It's just going to take a little bit longer, but it's going to be so worth it in the long run. And I kind of want to share with you, I want to share with you in further videos some of the things that I've learned. But again, go ahead and talk to your own personal doctors and get yourself on your own plan in the most healthy way possible by talking to your doctor and your registered dietitian if you have them. And if not, I highly recommend doing your own research and really, really going and studying as much as you can, because this is your health. It is so worth the time. Don't think that it's not. It's so worth the time and worth an investment. And even if you have kids, it's even more worth the time, because you want to teach your kids to live these healthy lifestyles. We want to get rid of that toxic diet culture, and we want to teach health, which is why I am also so excited to teach my kids homeschool and health, because it's what they need. They need to learn it from a true healthy point of view. And so I'm excited, and I hope to bring you along for some of that journey as well. And I'll share some of the things that I've learned that were just mind-blowing to me in further videos, and I'll do my best to answer questions. But again, if I can't answer them, the best thing you can do is to go to your doctor and your registered dietitian. All right, like and I cannot talk. I've talked all day long. Like and subscribe if you like this video, and if you like to see more, it's another reason why you should do that, because it keeps me motivated. And if you have any questions or you have any similar things, please let me know in the comments below. And I like just having somebody comment below. It means so much, because I know I'm not just talking to a camera. So like and subscribe, leave a comment below, and stay tuned for the next one. All right, see you later, guys. Bye.